Start things off.
Yeah. You know, it's a matchup you commonly see in Paragon with Magmens and Marvelo throughout the past year. I've seen this matchup with two different people. I'm excited to see how these two approach the matchup differently.
See the two weebs of Guilty Gear about to take center stage.
Wait, can we call Anji a weeb?
You know what? I felt like he was, and the lore maybe. Yeah, Chipp is definitely.
Yeah, Chipp, no question. Anji
might be the real deal.
I mean, sure got them guts. Like have it at one of the rares at 5.
Big counter hit off the JH there. Nice backdash, but still, with a quick recovery off 5K, Chipp is still going to be able to smother that backdash.
I mean, and I'm not going for anything nonsensical, just taking those wall breaks and where they come, but so is Iron Nelson getting the XO, and that will go into a wall break.
Yeah, huge to get that distance off the JD, and great condition that Nelson was not going to be able to extend for that full shatter, and just going for that frame kill after the hop, so we can at least set up their butterfly open.
Oh my, the 6P. That button is a terror. There's so many different buttons in this game, so many approaches. The DP whiffing from NM, and we got a side switch combo with Nagito?
Oh, absolutely. Yo, Anji's been cooking lately on several different levels. 50% life lead. It's just Chipp things at this point. We'll see what NM has, and he's going to get gooped by the short hop here.
El Clasico, the tap dust RC, and then just spin to win. Iron Nelson taking game number 1.
Badare to finish out the job here. And yeah, you know what? I feel like Guts really kind of came into play here for Iron Nelson. NM started off with an explosive start, but trying to at least keep up that pace. How many times he got to open up the opponent to achieve victory? In this matchup in particular, it's tough going for Chipp and NM here, but Iron Nelson, first game up.
Yeah, I mean, Anji is one of those characters that will really show how much Guts can affect how your damage outputs, and Chipp, one of the more vulnerable to it, since a lot of his attacks are already low damage anyway, outside of some of those wall splat normals, and as well as the tight ropes. But right here, risk reward is just so not in your favor for jump-ins as Chipp.
Jeez, nice, got that close slash counter hit. Interesting. Yeah, I was going to say, that's quite the distance there we got on the code. Like, the very edge of the hurt box, using the drift to maintain that consistency is a fine call, and it does pay off for Nelson to get the W there.
Absolutely. I mean, that's really good recognition, knowing that, hey, I went for the route that I usually go for. It was a little bit space. RC, though, fixes most things, just like NM. I'm going to use that red RC to fix that wall break, no sweat.
60 is so fascinating. I wonder what NM's really going for at that point. Could be the, gosh, I want to say the HS at that range, but or 5K could be getting that counter hit. It's, ooh.
I mean, there's no shortage of buttons that Anji 6P will just say, I feel like counter hitting today.
Okay, 2 games up for Iron Nelson. Sun's looking a little low there at him. We'll see what we got for this next game.
Yeah. And NM has been really good so far about capitalizing on these hits. It's just making sure that NM gets more hits than Iron Nelson, because you are dealing with a huge damage differential and life bar differential when you're playing Chipp, Anji. Gotta make the most of every interaction and continue them into more fruitful endeavors.
Supposed to be the heavy slash on the approach, and we already had a faster start up on that 6B from Iron Nelson. Ooh, it burst the works out in your favor here, Iron Nelson.
And I'm really gonna take that. I mean, there was so much more pain that could have occurred on that DP getting baited. Unfortunately, though, this round slipping right away.
Dance at round start here. Jeez, nice close slash counter hit again. Dust, we've seen this a few times now. Iron Nelson gonna get the opener and enough to get the kill. A perfect round here at Iron Nelson. 3-0 over NM. It just became an overwhelming force throughout the rest of the set.
Just let me know when you need me to hop in on it.
Mika... Wait a minute. This is Mika-chan?
Yes. This is Mika-ChanTYPHOON.
Mika-chan
And Mika...
four hops out here.
Gonna have some of this Goldlewis pressure. You know, people famously talk about, you know, the Goldlewis master, just parry the behemoth typhoon, right? Surely.
Simply parry it. Good luck.
Gonna pull you right over.
I love that we go for the fuzzy guard there anyways. Just take to the skies, make sure we can't get high-low mixed. Can't get scooped up, any sort of gaps off the beam pressure here. Smart navigation coming from four hops.
I have never seen a behemoth typhoon just absolutely trade like that in my life. A wild moment here. Nice guard cancel parry.
No, sequence here to corner with the JH, but of course gonna get opened by that YRC. Yeah, four hops.
Coming in.
Wow, Kabari during the behemoth there.
Yeah, I'm surprised those didn't even clash. Must have had the dead zone of Kabari. And unfortunately now for four hops, in the corner against Goldlewis without burst is not an easy position to be in.
Kabari here, just a 5P, not close enough for follow-ups, but we do get the tether applied. Immediate burst. Mika-ChanTYPHOON though.
Yeah, I gotta guess on that 50-50. Unfortunately, this time Mika guessed wrong, and that'll be four hops taking game one.
I'm proud of myself. I read that name.
Yeah. Oh, FS first game. If this first game's anything to predict the rest of the match, it's going to be a matter of who can close out first, because both of them are getting each other to low health totals every single round.
Yeah. I mean, that is the powerhouse of Baiken in general. Ooh. Outside the range of Kabari, though, going to get burst. This is kind of the play we've seen a lot of folks kind of lean into. When drone comes out, you do just give it a wide berth, let drone just dissipate on its own. Stagger pressure here to pull in.
It really reminds me back of season 2 when Drone was the best character in Strive, of where it's like, yeah, it doesn't matter, just take the negative penalty if you need to. Don't interact with Drone, it's not worth.
Whoa! White Theater tried to 6P right there. Still would have gotten obliterated by White Wall Assault by that spacing. Still got the parry here to finish off the round. Four hops. And you might be right, that momentum becoming a big factor here for this set.
Absolutely. And, you know, when you're sending, yeah, let me just DP or parry on my minus frames, because I know you're going to be trying to take your turn back on RPS. That's a huge signal that you are ready to commit violent acts. And here's a wall break just to compound that factor.
Trying to get a tap FD in there, not going to quite work out. We still get the 2P. Take to the skies and a nice side something. No, Mika, you walked into it.
That's gotta hurt.
Just felt so confident on the approach. Still going to get caught. That is a game up for four hops. 2-0 lead.
And it's really looking like four hops is starting to run away with it. Mika was really contesting everything four hops was doing and forcing a lot of these very tense interactions. But now it just seems like all those close interactions are just taken away. There's no more close interactions. It's domination.
Look at that guard crush. Nice. Still got a solid approach here. JH, that was safe, but I think we pressed right after, and we sure did.
Yeah, it looked like close slash got pressed at the end of it. The air throw, though, four hops is not taking this down lightly.
Still got that close slash again. Johnson does get duffed here. Psych! Quick reaction on the PRC.
Oh, gets to hop off the wall. Gets the air Behemoth Typhoon, can't confirm the kill.
And wow. Had to, on both interactions here, we FD right through some of that pressure, take the opportunity for a far slash. Just a 5K to close out the round.
Absolutely. Now you're having to deal with no burst. Baiken in the corner. There's a lot you can do. Even if you find your way out once, you're getting put right back.
This JH counter hit with the close slash sequence. Already input the Kabari, so no super comes through. Ooh.
I felt the fourhops was going to try and go for a parry there on out of that PRC slowdown. Mika very lucky that didn't come out and got the hit. Oki time.
Big counter hit, got them all splat. Enough to get the kill with one more behemoth swing.
Mika's finally able to take a round. A huge close slash counter hits her. That's something you absolutely want to be bursting.
Deep Yozan's not going to find a connection though.
Spending that security gauge now to have those double behemoths. See, was just waiting for the Eddie startup and just catches the tip.
Yozan's in, but still plenty of time to throw. Like Mika-chan getting caught like deer to headlights right now on each side swap. Quick 2K, and that will seal out the round. 3-0 victory for fourhops. They take their W.
Mika almost took it there at the end. Unfortunately, that Yozai might see Unica late.
Oh
a little bit
my
later.
goodness. Khalil, you're the best for this.
Oh.
I know where this is from.
What are you referencing to give the people some context?
This is the Howl's Moving Castle skin. That's Howl. That's not Kai.
Yeah, my bad. Okay, I'll refer to Howl by the proper name from now on.
Uh-oh. All right, let's get the block. It was Christian Bale that voiced Howl, right? No, I'm thinking of, no, that was Howl. It was Christian Bale. Was it? Pretty sure it was Christian Bale on the English dub of Howl's Moving Castle.
You are absolutely correct.
Nailed it! Big jump in here.
Oh no! Oh, that's the Howl classic. You go for your jump in, try and get your stun edge, and then it turns into vapor thrust.
He's even off the JS, baby. Like, I'll give you big counter hit JS. You wouldn't be able to go for the paper thrust there. Maybe. It was too. You weren't bouncing up. All right, crushed in the corner here. pearlbot doing a great job of cycling through resources, quite frankly.
Yeah. I mean, that's exactly what A.B.A wants to be doing, is just cycling through some of these meterless resources.
Yeah, I thought so. I thought so. The Danzai, yeah. The moment I saw the key go into the ground, like, this isn't gonna work, bro. It's over.
I had hope, because I know with Danzai, those single hit supers are the ones that just have 2 hits that are 1 and then delay to get the second. Those are cleanly beat. But I had a little bit of hope that maybe this Ride the Lightning would do it.
Let's Ride the Lightning. You gotta wait for 1, 2, 3. It's got a delay between each hit. So we'll block that first hit, shut it down. pearlbot taking that first game as A.B.A.
Oh, the wave is pulling up in.
Launching.
Quick, simple wall breaks. Gives pearlbot a lot better of a position. The ability to potentially even get, there it is, Jealous Rage, but Stundipper gonna take it all to the wall.
That's actually huge. Think Stundipper right now. My goodness, the Sacred Edge is actually a fine play. If you would have got that hit, it would have denied pearlbot that opportunity to try to get out of Jealous Rage to save some meter here.
pearlbot was able to get out of Jealous Rage just in the nick of time, too. But it's not gonna matter in the end.
go for stomp. Early round start here. Pearl going for install right after the stomp. But let's get that space. Off of a burst. Into that jealous rage we go.
Yeah, thankfully for pearlbot here, you're too far away to get wall broken. So now, Pearl has to be a little bit more cautious. I say as pearlbot just keeps getting these hits here and there.
5P counter hit. A little bit more shock stain. Look at this JH pressure. We've seen a few anti-air attempts come from Pearl. We saw namely that 2S trying to come out here. Just a little bit too late on it. Quick 2P. Let's go. Yo, that was sick, actually. Use the stomp to get that sides up. A little bit of a cross under to bring to a 2K pickup.
Man, I love when my characters have buttons that simultaneously move me forward and frame kill for me.
Nice. 2H lift off again. Keep you locked in the corner for some plus frames. Jesus!
Ooh. I think that, yeah, it looked like 2P was started to come out there for Wave. Unfortunately, he did not have the frames to do that.
And it was that deep run-in that allowed for that thought process to happen for Wave here. Pearlbot just went for the throw bait. It was successful in the fact that it just crushed out that 2P attempt. Okay, attempting to interrupt here. Got her installed. Now we get to become an overwhelming force off the wall here. That's a tight window though. Off the wall at that height, that is very tricky to continue to pick up.
Yeah. Now you're stuck in the corner. There is 50 meter here for Pearlbot. You've got access to wire C. You've got access to some reversal options.
Yeah, opting the backdash there. You gotta watch the overhead.
Yeah. I was installed 236K is such a good move. It will stop so many counterplay attempts you think might be correct in the heat of the moment.
Follows through, and there we go. 2H finish. 2 games up.
Are we gonna have our first 2 sets of the night end in 3-0s?
These are some strong starts, but also, look, in Wave's defense, or excuse me, in Howl's defense, we're looking for a moving castle. We don't have our little fire to help us out right now, and we got this very jealous lady in front of us. How are we supposed to deal with this?
I mean, you bring up only good points.
Does back away and actually stops a little bit of that forward momentum with that aerial stun edge.
Yeah. 2S is A.B.A's premier anti-air button. That's, 6P. You'll hear A.B.A players, it's not the greatest of anti-airs, especially not when you compare it to 2S. The thing is, she does need to be close for that 2S. So if you can stall your air momentum, you can outrange yourself.
Wow. Shatter here, Donside finish there. Can't believe that 6P connected as far as it did for that counter hit.
Ooh. I don't know. Not sure if that was supposed to be that 2P to fake into the throw, or if it was just a happy little accident of a 2P meaty. And turned out pretty good for Wave.
We're gonna get another 6P. Jumps over the dome. Donside extension.
We've stood up just at the wrong times, getting caught here and there. And
that'll shatter here. That'll kill. Well done here from Pearlbot. A dominant round and a dominant finish. 3-0 victory. Another one at that. A character that can kind of handle the Axl matchup pretty well. It does get annoying at full screen, but her speed really makes up for it.
yeah, if Axl can keep this very far distance, 2P can become a problem. But the challenge is keeping that space. Because once Geo gets in and you don't have burst, good luck.
Ooh. Actually could have got challenged off that 6H. Not happening. Whoa, while rising opposite side and got the pickup after. Some messy routings here except for this one. This one is perfect. to get that statter guaranteed. Well done from screwz, but some messy interactions made it to very happy actions and still securing victory.
Yeah, I mean, Gio is a character that has a lot of tools to turn these messy interactions into compounding value. That is one of the strengths of her character, especially compared to Axl, who doesn't traditionally do that well at picking up these frantic confirms.
Great dash back. Oh, we tried to challenge with a JS right there, actually, and not a bad call for a Wild Rising interaction, but JH certainly going to come out on top for Kwan.
Kwan opting just not plus frames to continue pressure, just run up throw. And off the back of the second tornado, those plus frames came in handy. Kwan taking the round.
Oh no. Kwan's certainly starting to note that screwz is trying to take on that tornado. We'll just run into it. Nice 5P anti-air. So Kwan is really trying to set up inside those tornadoes, additional pressure. That's where we're getting a ton of JH interactions. But you might not get another opportunity, at least in this game.
Good on Kwan for that delay burst. All that screwz was baiting. It's like, all right, I'm taking a whole lot less damage. I can wait for a more opportune time. Finds. Yeah, that was 2S startup. Too late to FD Kara cancel. And Kwan will take game number 1.
This gets so tricky. We've seen so many ways that Giovanna can navigate that screen space, get closer to Axl, but it's no easy task, especially how quickly Axl can put Giovanna at full screen and make you start your work all over again from scratch.
Yeah. So it is something people talk about a lot in different games with zoners, of using the defensive mechanics just solely to free up the space between you and your opponent as like an expensive way to effectively force neutral and try and get those optimal screen positions. But Kwan has been using burst really well, not going to overuse it, have that threat a lot of the time and capitalize off like tornado to do most of the work.
Yeah, it's a full stopgap. It denies Giovanna that forward approach because she's so grounded. And if she does take to the sky, all it's going to take is a 5P to call it out, or even a 6K.
Yeah, you can't IED over tornado, and if when you're not IEDing, the jump scare effect, as it were, of those jump-ins goes immediately away and throws you into, like you said, 6K. Even an throw can come out.
Yeah. Just get DP for corner. That was great to burst right there. That was about to mount at least 280 damage. We're about to see right here.
Yeah.
Oh, doesn't go for super route though, but hey, look at the life bar regardless. Stealing the lead. Nice DP.
Great DP.
Backing away from the rainwater though. JS, my beloved.
5H gonna be pulling in a ton of work here for screwz, resetting that situation nicely.
DP for extra lift. You got the corner. Could have spent super. That was a missed super input.
Yeah, I feel that pain, the yield 2H when you want super. Tried to go for command grab into one vision, but nope. Everything's just getting baited out. Screwz now tying it up.
That was critical here. That sound cue giving screwz the alert to avoid the guard cancel that was coming from Kwan. Very subtle sound cue at that, but certainly there.
Yeah. Deflect shield, definitely one of those mechanics where if you can react to that sound cue, since that will come out a whole lot faster than you'll see that orange bubble, you can force yourself, all right, take my hands off the controller for about 20 frames. Now let me close / counter hit you. And then you get your kill.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
5P, 6K, and oh my god, wait a minute, the close slash?
Yeah. And then a wrong way into here.
Nice 5H. Too close on the tornado there. Take the challenge. 5P pickup. Oh, sneaky stuff. Try to get the blur to JK.
Yeah. This round has been very aggressive from both players. Neither of them wanting to sit still for very long. that's gonna really turn out not favorably for Kwan. You're playing with a character who does a whole lot more damage than you can.
Yo, 6P, what are the drills? Do it for me, Kwan. Don't let screw screw with you.
You have a lot more time than you think to 6P the drills, I promise.
Oh, see, trying to stagger here, get the 5H counter hit. That would have been huge, but Kwan fortunately takes the trade in their favor.
That huge air dash, but trying to reposition. Screwz is getting caught out by 2H.
A little bit of a shimmy for the close slash.
Beautiful challenge after Sepultura. That is going to be another round for Kwan. We're going the distance yet again in this game.
Huge, and already got the dash installed drill. Get that extended plus frames. I'd like to start seeing more strike throw get implemented from screwz, right? We've seen so often that we're getting pushed out by FD. We're spending a ton of meter on block states. Obviously, sending the damage right now, but to open up against Kwan, oh, as soon as I say strike throw, literally got the super. We still got the block, though.
Oh, that looked a little scary at the end there with whatever happened to push Screwz right back.
But too much movement there. Too fancy on the footwork. Thank goodness that 2H vacuums in, though.
Yeah.
Throws and mitts indeed, but I haven't seen you put out a throw yet, Screwz.
Yeah. I mean, we did see a throw try to come out from Screwz. It did get teched, so...
There's one. There's one.
Yeah.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
I like both going in the air, having a little bit of a standoff. No!
2 throws. All right, you got the throws.
Hey, it's not our fault if the players decide to have the Twitch stream on with audio and then type mid-set. That's their problem.
All right. Unfortunately, tornadoes are in your way, but you got this. Don't reset.
Yeah.
There you go. The side swap on the dash install is huge. 5K. Son of a gun. The fuzzy wuzzy with the finish.
Yeah. And there's no bear here for Kwan. The life bar has been taken away. Oh, looking pretty decent on the first stage. Should get it back before you're in 2 dire straits. You don't want to have your burst getting back this way.
Ooh. Yeah, try to take advantage of the momentum to get forward with that drift.
Oh my, what a
air
sneaky
dash.
Not the dash.
No
Kara's
notes.
super?
No notes. No notes.
So, you want to know something, Zero?
Yeah, what's up?
Screwz implemented more.
And then, of course, Potemkin out here growing big and strong in this iteration of Guilty Gear Strive.
Yeah, he's as big and strong as the model would make you think.
Oh my god. Oh. No, you did not. You pop busted the run through?
That's it also is the power of the 360 pop buster input too. You don't even have to worry about cross cutting over.
Hammer falls. Let's get the armor. Nice 6P.
Yeah. And yeah, just RC right on in a 2H. End it with 1 more heat knuckle. The power of Potemkin. You might take most of your life at the start of the round, but you just need 1 good pop buster and the whole dynamic changes.
The 5K back turn stance stood up a little bit too early, Snow. Death Grip's gonna go for the prominence burn.
Yeah, I like taking that super gear. Just
oh, You can't try to delay. You can't try to frame trap Potemkin. They're buffering Pop Buster. I swear to God, Snow, if you try to Pop Buster the super, I don't want to know that it works. Don't you do that again.
Yeah. I felt like that might have been too early of a Heavenly as well as the Ascension on the final part of the super.
I don't want to find out. Don't let me find out it works in that. Don't. You got enough, okay? Side swap. Tricky to keep up with.
Thankfully for Snow, not gonna have a super here to make a hard knockdown, but 2D reaching just far enough.
Jesus. All right, Snow getting absolutely snowballed right now by Death Grips. The drift. You didn't take. Yo, you should just help North. You saw he was scooping. Oh my God. Oh no, Death Grips. They're really doing nothing. You don't flash.
Is this
they weren't
mind
doing
control?
anything. Okay. All right. Thank God.
Oh. Our hearts are being played with.
Literally, the panic. That's the power of Potemkin right there. Potemkin will sit there and do nothing, and you're like, I got a DP. They're not moving. You don't see what I see, man. You just don't get it.
Yeah, that creature could Pop Buster me at any time.
I thought if Death Grips died for that DP, I don't know. Like, I think I'm probably uninstall for the day. So try again tomorrow, y'all. You see what I've seen? It's a monster over there.
Mankind. Duel 1. Let's rock.
Oh my. It's starting.
I thought it was a pop buster, I swear to God.
It very well could have been.
Man, I
We
miss
could have been
throwable
living that
DPs.
timeline.
I really miss throwable DPs.
You and me both.
Why'd they do that?
True. Took away my funny setups of wall break into DP bait.
Dance on top of the Gigantor.
Cross. That was wake up Pop Busters. No.
Yo, that was a sick pickup on Death Grips. That was insane off the back turn. To get the corner carry? How are you moving that fast? Snow not gonna get crossed up ever again for the rest of the set. Until now.
Just as soon as you said it, Snow was like, you know what? Let me make Zero a liar real quick.
Fall. I'm holding North the rest of this game now. You can't tell me otherwise. North. Oh, I would have got that.
Well, I mean, you might have air blocked the tap dust, so.
Wow, he tackled first of its kind here in the set.
Oh my gosh. The flanks and his heat tackle again.
Versal super. Get off me. All right, there's your YRC. Close slash. It's my turn.
Have to make that guess. Is it going to be a Pop Buster that's coming out after YRC? Is it going to be close slash? Unfortunately, guessed wrong.
The arbor stance.
Little holding age and getting the value. Death Grip about to take a second game. The Red RC gonna save that heat tackle from a guaranteed punish.
Oh my goodness. 3 of those. Bar slashes get punished by super. 2-0 lead for Death Grips. Which is crazy because that 2-0 is not telling the story. Snowcrow has almost obliterated Death Grips several times in this set.
Yeah. And there were rounds where we were at the edge of our seats even for these rounds. Death Grips barely being able to find some wins here and there.
I'm surprised Death Grips didn't die for that flash kick in game 1. And into a Heavenly Popbuster. That's insane.
Sometimes Daisuke steps in and we're like, just this once. You may live.
Okay, got a little bit of a backdash there. With punish. Now holds the corner. We FD for our life and we cancel out that pushback by going for pass. No way. We can't keep going. No!
And then keep on going. Doesn't opt to take the fast OC, wanted to threaten, hey, this next pop bust is killing you.
Backdash. That's visual noise if I ever saw it. Not only was it turbulence, you had to listen to the sound there because we heard the tech out. Ended up stand blocking here, tried to get an FD out, and still got caught with the low. Back turn 5K.
Gonna take that wild assault confirm. Gonna use it to get into back turn. More extensions of the combos, no wall break, and Snowcrow is gonna say, you should have taken positive bonus.
See here, so good. Look, when you hold north at full screen. Oh no,
we didn't wait long enough. And Death Grip's gonna live because of that.
This is actually such a boon for Death Grips. 5K, the same side. Chasing the backdash. There's no escaping a Leo Whitefang 3-0 victory over Snowcrow, which is insane.
Duel 1.
They all said if you can't beat him, join him.
I mean, Nitro has a Leo now. Flurry has a Leo. Might be on something.
Lock. I mean, there's so much to the kit of Leo that makes sense. The flash kick is awesome. You want to pass through and get the mixed potential there. You're having a guard point.
I mean, not having to guess between 50-50s on left-rights, that's a good thing?
Insanely good. This combo is actually good as well. Redtro. Put up the first round. Good lord.
Yeah, that is the thing with Chipp is while some of his left-right setups can get invalidated by flash kick, sometimes you can just go faster than your opponent can process if they need the flash kick.
That is certainly a benefit for Chipp. You know, Lillian can kind of get away with that as well. All right, heavy fireball. What a whip punish.
Absolutely. Chipp has always been that character people will joke about, hey, you can whip punish your 5P from full screen.
If he could do that, that'd be insane.
Oh my, the flag shield naturally baited out by Rekka 3.
Good way to end it out here. First game for Redtro.
Yeah, I'm eternally glad Arxis made that super something that Chips will use now. You know, it does quite a bit of damage. You can pull them off the wall. You never used to really see it outside like really janky setups previously in years past.
Yeah, there was it was the dodge button essentially, right? Like I saw a lot of players would use it to just get out of corner situations and remain safe with PRC. Expensive, but that was the utilization for it early on.
I mean, sometimes you just got to spend 100 meter to keep your safe.
Assault building up on this risk gauge like crazy. Nice 5P.
Yeah. Might have whiffed, but the forward and Redtro did. Got to have the cross under, get the punish with Jeek. Takes all the way through the wall even.
Actually, nice little pickup there. Even though we missed with the quick overhead off the wall, it doesn't stop Redtro. The plan still moves forward here. Plus frames, I believe that was the start of a 6P. Got shut down here with Jeek, having the Providence Burn unlocked.
It could have been 6P, could have been far slash. Oh no, but that for sure is unquestionable about what happened.
Duel 2. Let's rock.
5K, I whip 2D. Yeah. Chipp, one of those rare exceptions to the rule of like if they whip it, it can be your turn. 5K happening so fast that Chipp will be able to retaliate after. Massive
Wasn't
heavy.
able to... Yeah, that was probably supposed to be super there at the end, but unfortunately couldn't get it. So one more life sees 2D startup. That is perfect opportunity for that DP, and they're getting FD checked.
Lots of great stagger pressure here on that approach.
Jeek was trying to feather FD like you're supposed to do when you're in that kind of situation.
Right.
So hard to feather when your opponent's going to keep throwing specials that you can't just quite react to reliably. And oh my gosh, that guard point stand break.
Just old habit that I picked up from earlier gear. Just let me feather all the time because back then you're just trying to tech out, right? Like that's why you kind of tap the feather so you can put out FD upon landing so you don't get called out. Oh my goodness. 2K expecting a burst. It's not going to come through, so we still get the throw to finish the job.
Yeah, I don't actually think that Jeek was going to burst there because you saw Redtro pull up, crouch, do a little standoff, pull back up, was like, oh, okay, I'm going to throw. Like, it was a really good attempt at the burst bait. And Jeek was just being a little bit patient. Like, I'm not going to burst here. I know what's coming. And sometimes, you know, you predict one thing and then the nut comes out.
Yeah, I mean, especially with that little quick 2K to come out there to get that extra hit. It's that gamble of will they, won't they, where Jeek answered correctly. It's just the next interaction losing out. But big, heavy slash for Redtro. Start the corner.
That's the crossover. Jeek being nice and patient, blocking it all out. Trades at the end with the flash kick.
Nice finish.
Duel 2. Let's rock.
Overwhelming force with the deep run up DP. I can't believe it. The Alpha Blade actually sniping out the flash kick come from Jeek.
Flash kick is, like we mentioned earlier, very good a lot of the time for stopping 50-50 left-right. But Alpha Blade just crosses up so quickly that sometimes flash kick just does not work how you want it to.
In this pressure in corner, JD upon landing. Looking, we're chipping away at the health. Jeek, you have first.
Counter hit. That could have been flash kick not coming out properly.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
Here we go. We got sourmakoshark and Sundance.
Sin. New protagonist to be able to use strides. A massive combo already with a strong life lead, but this can really turn over on its head if Slayer gets that counter hit. We'll see if Sundance even allows for it. Dash away, avoiding the 2H. Close slash opens.
Oh, and the close slash open once again with a counter hit. The wall break not coming out, and yikes.
That is unfortunate here. Already took to the skies, recognizing the backdash to the BRC. And the 2H just does not come out in time to catch Sundance landing. We're starting the second round the same way we did the first one. 2 significant combos in the Tyrant Barrel.
Gets the 2S.
Corner we go. Does get 2S again to get the side swap. Goodness. Ride the lightning finishes the job here. Sundance first game over Sour.
Sundance is really pulling it out. Like, there's a reason Sin is regarded so well. He's got so many tools, so many easy opportunities for wall breaking, just like Slayer has. I mean, it's all going to be who can reach those peaks first.
Just going to this game 2. Same characters. Catch our breath before we get into this next one.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
What a brave round start. 2D. Still going to catch that 2S coming from Sundance here as we try to side swap on the side of Sour. Oh, we got to get the song change. Break a spell.
Gonna end. Not able to get the 2K after, but Sundance is gonna say, you know what? It's just a drop opportunity.
Duel 2. Let's rock.
That sounds like something City would say. Gonna get that shattered. No calories though. Go back slash. Big counter hit. And now with the positive bonus, 100 tension on the table. First and look, Sundance feels very confident. Ride the Lightning does a corner carry.
Oh, and Sour was just standing there trying to bait out the DP. Sundance, so great delay. This RTL is gonna catch.
Slap.
Yeah, we definitely got to be careful on those jump arcs there. Putting out buttons. Thinking we're gonna get the catch, and that just gives Sundance the open opportunity to go for super each and every time. Game number 3. We'll see if Sour can turn this around here. I mean, it's just Sundance really doing an excellent job of stopping that forward momentum coming from Sour. But the same round started just 2D. See, this is the thing that Sour can be very overwhelming against a character like Sin. But look at this distance. We're moving with specials as opposed to just moving with the neutral game that we do have. Now caught in this corner, holding down back.
Oh my, the beak driver twice. And gets a 2S once again. This is going to be full confirmed. Sundance really is trying to make this a 3-0, get a quick set win in.
The 6K starter. Oh wow, what a Hawkmaker.
Duel 2. Let's rock.
Wow, could not punish the pile bunker on the way down. Unfortunately, though, JS air to Aaron.
Stuff that Master's Hammer coming from Sour. There's some dandy step pressure in, but these jump ins, you gotta be careful. Nice close slash. Maximum height though. Stop. Final burst is off the table here. Nice Bappa hunch. This is a whiff on it.
Yeah, these RTLs have just been beautiful. And Sundance using it to claim yet another round, another game, and this time the set.
There's too many anime for me to watch. Rewatching anime.
We got Isozaki and we've got Magic pulling up here. Testament, a character we rarely get to see these days.
Really, we gotta tune into some Tampa Never Sleeps. They're there every week. Simfukai out there.
And where's Simfukai tonight then?
Wolf Stomp. 5K conversion, but first away here. Magic doing the best that they can to keep Isozaki away. Actually, that was insane. Wild Assault full stop into a 5P.
No. Sometimes you just gotta do it. Oh, that empty jump low.
It's the Grave Reaper to spend the jump arc. This is a great position for Magic right now. Let's get stage state applied to corner carry.
Yeah, thankfully for Isozaki, there was no Nostrovia in order to force the wall break, and as I say that, here comes the full combo. We're going through the wall of some state.
Minutes for that plus pressure. Push it towards the corner. What a DP. And that was that small delay, that small window of opportunity with a drift to get out of the range of Isozaki, but still finding that far slash.
I felt like Magic was trying to use 2H to bait something up, maybe try and flash with DP if that were to happen. Just too close. Gonna have to use the burst, and from downtown, you're not safe.
Duel 3. Let's rock.
Gonna miss, got the 2K 2D knockdown. Jesus, the beak driver's at the final frame of that maximum range there to still hit counter.
And these IVs getting caught but not punished severely. However, Magic just looking like it's compounding advantage. As I say that, here comes RTL.
Oh, whoa! Good recognition there, the PRC.
Oh my!
The dive coming through from Sin. I think that just got blown up by a 2S, did it not?
I think that was 2S. I'm pretty sure it was 2S. I don't think it was 2H. Either way, that was
Yeah.
kind of criminal.
Can't believe he used the 2S to get that counter hit. Not that JD attempt.
Duel 1.
All right, going into this game too, Isozaki already had a strong start at the previous game, but I think Magic's found their footing, especially when it comes to this zoning game here that we've been playing. Delayed 6P, but no punish. Isozaki, it was your turn. That was big counter hit potential. All left on the table though.
Potential is going to have to be coming in with all this risk. You have to be very careful. That's 2H and potential capitalized on. Round being taken straight away from this.
Duel 2. Let's rock.
Off here trying to chase down with the Elcon. Nice. Stain blocks it away. The ankles. Isozaki slowly getting walked back. The clash and quick cancel into a Grave Reaper to shut down the falling arc of Hawk Baker.
Yeah, there was that little 2H that Magic wanted the last game, but slightly misspaced, having that clash if DP came out. Fortunately, though, unable to keep everything, finds a way out with 2K. Not a lot of damage opportunities, though.
Iron Barrel. Roundup.
Duel 3. Let's rock.
Chased down with the low profile. Uses a couple calories here. Trying to keep pressuring for corner. Full Gatling series off of it. Nice stomp.
Yeah, gets the stomp. Magic gonna opt to save burst for this next set of interactions. There it comes out pretty quickly.
Very rare to see Sin go for JD as often as we've seen Isozaki do it. Magic with no answer. And Isozaki will take that second game, tying it all up. It's a Georgia team kill? Oh no.
Ooh.
Well,
You hate
fortunately,
to see your team kills.
this is ladder. So potentially they both could still make it.
Yeah. Or this could be the set decides that only one of them can make it, or neither of them can.
You know, I was setting up a positive, storyline. You
Duel
just
1.
Look,
crushed their
I've
souls.
seen it happen live where two people needed to, or like on the cusp of needing to queue again. Like, it was a whole prisoner's dilemma. If neither of them queued, they both got in, but they both decided to queue and fought each other, and they both didn't make it.
You just hit me with Squid Game season 1, like the season finale. Like, I'm out here with Revy, like, don't worry, everything's gonna be fine. And you're like, no one makes it out.
Oh my goodness. Clash again.
I mean, the quick conversion from Magic after the clash. Oh, so we get tossed, and that's a round up here for Magic.
Duel 2. Let's rock.
Let's get 2S round start, both trading. Nice block of the 6K. I would have pressed that wall of assault. Holy crap. I thought I had an opening. I did not. That was very quickly shut down. Isozaki.
Oh, tries to IB throw, but a little too delayed. Isozaki was able to get that backdash in. Magic in a world of hurt for this round. Well, finally a nice little neutral interaction.
Chase with the elk hunt there. Close slash finish.
Duel 3. Let's rock.
That's preach here. Stack with the close slash. 2K 2D knockdown. Pick up.
Kensei Pop's not able to block the YRC. A little handshake there with 6 Ps.
Trying to keep you at bay, but look at this. Isozaki chasing down with another elk hunt. Very beady 6K, but still finds an opening for a reversal super come from Magic. A little bit of breathing room, but a final touch is all we need. We succeed with the Grave Reaper finish, 2-1, taking back the lead.
Yeah. Magic, you know, taking some of these Ari interactions and turning them into just water under the bridge. Get next interaction, maybe next round even. Just don't let it bother at all. And that's the kind of mental you need, especially when you're against Sin, when you know almost every mistake is turning into a wall break.
Absolutely.
Let's rock.
Hot. Counter hit. Trying to sneak in below. This block still sneaking out with that teleport. Isozaki just going to be relentless. Coast to coast we go, and we're going to get a shatter one way or another. Beat under massive damage output here.
Back off a little bit from Magic.
Oh, wow. All right, so we got our 6P.
A nice little teleport across the screen, looking more like some DBFC Vanish right now. That's gotta hurt.
Look at that, his strong life lead does get... Ooh. Didn't have the peak driver, but wait a minute. Chrome, you can still join for a few matches, absolutely. Will you make top 8? Depends on how fast you beat your opponent.
Yeah, just speed run. No. Pick Potemkin and just pop us to your opponent 3 times every round. There you go.
It's... I get all up 2-2. You could have Chrome. Don't speak like that.
Nothing is set in stone unless you will it into existence. If you will your failures into existence, your failures will manifest. If you go in with a positive outlook, be like, look, I'm going to do my best. We're going to aim for every win on a set. If it win doesn't come my way, it doesn't come my way. Who cares? We're getting these experience. We're getting these games.
How many counter hits trying to walk into it, though? Wonder if we're trying to slide in with an Elk Hunt and just get shut down on startup. Stagger pressure, though. Chain state for the launch, and persistence pays off. Magic taking that first round in this final game of the set with the perfect no less. Okay, we see you.
Taking the teleport, but Isozaki not biting whatsoever. You know, Magic's gonna be like, all right, you're not gonna bite. I'm just gonna continue on pressure. Aggressive burst, I like it.
Ooh, trying to get the left-right mix and does call out the burst. Saw the mile land. Magic will finish the job. 3-2. Saving the best mix for last. We tried that earlier. I think it was game 1 that we tried. It just didn't quite work out. Somewhere on the Magic with a slick opener. It's tough.
I mean, these kinds of jump scare, semi-gimmicky mixes.
Duel 1.
Right. Faust. Oh, already we're starting with counter hit. J2K. And the family is gonna get left behind. Lilo would
Good
be
stroke.
very, very sad.
You saw the buyback.
I did not.
Oh, okay. Okay. Trying to sneak in a command grab. Still gonna get Psycho Crush it though.
Yeah.
That's a recovery to save there.
Oh, I thought that Afro absolutely would have been slapped on. Gets the mix.
I think it like disappeared at the final moment by the time we got there.
Oh, just gonna eat in your face and then give you the haircut.
Another 5K. Banana toss here. 6D. Good shot.
That's rated?
We see some strange interactions tonight, huh?
Probably no
Close
shorter
slash
than
counter
either.
hit. Whoa! Ooh, at least got the warp behind. Not a full conversion here. FD for your life is 1-2P from Crimpy.
Red Dawn trying to 5P on out of Crimpy's pressure, and Crimpy's gonna show you exactly why that's a bad idea. Oh, no tennis today with the bomb.
Doesn't want to try to play with it whatsoever. Okay, no. Hammer toss. Yeah, look at the angles that you're playing with that. You have to deal with the frontward angle and one more hammer, drop it down. Well done here from Red Dawn.
Yeah, Red Dawn trying to check Crimpy's trigonometry skills. Was just a little too far ahead of the game.
Knockdown here, mix. Not going to be safe. Just trying to PRC our way out. Crimpy, last ditch effort. Stroke not going to connect.
A2K will, and yeah, just instant PRC downward, get you 2K.
Man, it's someone that used to work at GameStop. That means something different for me.
I salute you for working at GameStop. I've heard nothing good about working there.
I don't work there anymore. That's for sure.
Glad you don't. I'm glad you're over here on the mic with me tonight.
Nice. We're playing with these hammers.
We're actually just playing baseball tonight.
On your own banana. Out here like the kids today, they're trying that banana slip challenge lately. That's the new thing.
The next Savannah banana ball. Good.
Good round here for Red Dawn. Fuzzy guard here. Take it to the skies. Doesn't want to deal with high-low mix. Mix, pick up.
Counter hit, Crimpy press, and on way of trying to get out of Red Dawn's pressure any way that's possible. This is your one big chance.
Big damage opportunity here. Nice air throw. Red Dawn gonna hit that back in kind here with the trumpet toss. Does get avoided. Given to Crimpy.
The gold burst came out for Crimpy. Not going to get punished with how high Red Dawn went and in combination with love. Is the burst going to come out here? Be greedy? No greed.
Whoa, okay. Getting out of that corner was certainly important, and at the very least, Crimpy still made up for it here. 6P on the opposite side after stroke whiff. Oh my god, counter hit? Wild assault? I feel like I should have done way more damage, but glad it didn't.
Oh, it's you and me both. The back throw. I think I heard that Red Dawn was going to go for command grab again.
Back to Times Square.
Pro applied. The JD is in your future.
Oh, wow. Yep, got the quick overhead here. Psycho Crusher finish. We answer back, Crimpy tying it all up.
Yeah, gonna have a nice set here as our final of the ladder portion. The ladder is closed, but all the sets will be finished. Every set does matter. No one's getting cut off early.
No one?
No one.
Thank goodness.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
Let's jump in here. Does get the J2K. Mix is going to get challenged, of course. Those 2 Ps. The way that Red Dawn is defending this approach from Crimpy. Great defense, great call-outs here off small 2 Ps anyway.
Yeah. Uh-oh, 6H counter hit. Gonna invest the burst? No. Gonna let non-clean hit come into effect.
Jeez, still got staggered out, but Dawn has excellent defense throughout here.
There's a bunch of meter at Red Dawn's disposal, trying to bait out burst, ends up dropping the combo, but that command grab will do it.
Duel 2. Let's rock.
Okay. Good that launch though. Hammer drop. Look at, I mean, the item play that we have from Red Dawn here really keeping Crimpy at bay and still finding their way in. JK to open with the 6H conversion after.
Oh, a little too early. Throw protection does work both ways, and unfortunately,
Duel 3.
Red Dawn's gonna end that round not in favor. Have to go to this round 3, try and make something happen.
I think it's 2K. We're gonna spend every resource we can to try to take advantage of that risk gauge. Crimpy not gonna find an opening, and winner of the dive kick battle is gonna be Red Dawn. It's corner carry this time. I don't even think Crimpy knew exactly which route to take. He does open up with a low, but there was some uncertainty, it seemed like.
Well, the 6B and these two are just getting violent with each other. No one's getting a really solid confirm. They're each just hitting each other over and over again.
Uh-oh.
And he Faust the 5K anti-air starter. That's exactly what Faust wants to see. And Red Dawn gonna be moving up. It's now 2-1.
Okay, 2-1 lead here. And again, even though Red Dawn does get pushed back to the corner time and time again, Their defense has been superb on every interaction. Somebody who's so difficult to open up here in this set.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
A little bit tricky. Nice. Still got the stagger. Does strip away burst. Good round start for Crimpy. But Red Dawn's about to answer back tenfold with this potential off the kindergartners from the trumpet.
Sour hit.
You know what? Probably wanted Sour to not get the shatter right away.
I can see it. But unfortunately, Crimpy is going to take that sour hit situation, turn it into a bunch of advantage. Did you see air throw and then ground throw with?
Try to get another hook. See? Nice. Let's actually stick with that close slash. Good counter hit.
Crimpy might have thought that Red Dawn was going to go for snip, snip, snip again and just want to say, no, I'm going to hit you out. That's part of that close slash just said, no, I'm frame trapping.
Mix. Same side though. Ooh. Interesting that the guard cancel didn't really push anything way out to 2K. 8 years down.
It messed up the confirm, but not long enough. Red Dawn is going to take the final set of the latter portion, 3-1.
Gotta be a mistake, right? No way. Dizzy for the first time in ages? What do we got here? Already got our install. Let this build up over time. We'll see if we get the pull. Nope, you got caught.
Yeah, a 2P. It'll happen to you and turning.
Aboii was running Dizzy on Monday on TNS. I didn't tune in for that one there. Good to know. That's sick. The Michael Sword, the Ice Freeze. I do like that we're sitting at that full screen to opt for this install timing. Now that we had this freeze here, it does make things a little tricky in terms of momentum for Lasagna Slayer.
Oh my, I forgot. I haven't seen Wings of Light used like this ever. So I totally forgot it actually just works during the super animation in startup.
So we see Aboii so quick to, ooh, nice backdash. To apply it, let's get that full screen presence. Ice things down, and look how hard it is for Goldlewis to make the approach because this counter zone here. I'm shocked we don't get a lot of Skyfish to come through.
Yeah. Oh my, but we do get the double Behemoth Typhoon, and even with 5 guts, Dizzy's life bar shreds like paper.
Backdash again. Got a little bit of space, a couple Micah swords, but it does not stop Lasagna's approach. Great defense, Aboii!
Yeah.
Not enough time to get the light wings up. There it is, finally. Skyfish. It should be a complete denial of setting up. And now that you have that life lead, there's no way. And you also get that extra bounce. Again, like one of those situations off ice, for those that haven't seen Dizzy in quite some time, that works both ways to get bounced off the ice. Your opponent and yourself can still get launched.
Oh, almost was able to get the kill off that bounce too. Just could not believe.
Oh, jeez. The JD. There you have it.
Are we sticking with the Dizzy though? That's
yeah, it's going to be tricky. Like, I'm really surprised Lasagna took so long to pull out that Skyfish. That really should have been like just the... That's the exact thing you pull out the moment ice is on the field. I don't need to run. I'm just blasting. And then I'll run towards you after that.
Who needs to think about making some nice call-outs when I can just, you know, pull out the minigun? I got bullets to spare.
Pull it there. Nice. Iced up. And we'll notice Aboii not opting for Wings of Light anymore. Now we're just trying to close that gap to Ice Shatter. Look how much damage it does.
Yeah, I don't think Aboii is trying to incentivize Skyfish being used as more than what is necessary.
Ooh. Get on that one. Nice.
Oh my god, spending all the security gauges,
Oh,
but ParagOnline drowning.
Reversal, get a little bit of breathing room. Icy. Ooh.
Oh, super PRC. Oh, that's gonna cross up.
Let's avoid the super there too. Nice. At least get the guard cancel away here. Got the sword one more time. Couple 2Ps and does get thrown.
Nice little back throw, gets to set out one fish, get that crossover. It's a time for Queen Dizzy to become Milia Light.
Yeah. Stuck in a throw right after the behemoth.
Ooh, that 2-frame throw really pulling its weight.
Got that ground bounce. No setup off the ice spike until we get the fish out.
Get that air bolt lock, just, you know, just to incentivize any potential mixing coming in, and Aboii able to take a round.
Jeez, try to get the heavy slash there. Oh, what a beat. Does get the 5K, just to launch a little bit further here. Does get the shatter.
Nice, gets the 2K. And yeah, it has to burst through Skyfit. No question about it.
2-0 lead right now. It's looking dire here for Aboii. It started out great, but I think once we put the pieces together of I don't have to respect your full screen position, I can just keep setting up with Skyfish. That changed the game so much for Aboii. This is it. We are committing to Dizzy for the rest of this set.
Yeah. I guess. I mean, maybe Aboii's looking at Dizzy for maybe this matchup. Maybe just wants to, you know, try out Dizzy, have some fun with a different character from time to time.
Don't blame me. Ooh, still able to catch at the fish. Shut down with the fireballs. Great full screen presence here from Aboii. So much denial. You try to Behemoth Typhoon right through the ice spike.
Gets hit by the Behemoth Typhoon. Most of your life gone, but there is 100-meter here for Aboii.
Good block.
And the A.B.A as well, straight into the back throw. The ice field gonna allow for a kill.
Duel 2. Let's rock.
Actually, the most beneficial guard cancel right there for Aboii, but still, Lasagna to give up, gets the side swap.
No churn on this one. I mean, look at the damage. I don't think you need it. It's... What?
Yeah, I'm not sure what came out there. Maybe the start up of a fish. Away. A couple ice spikes. Oh, what a cross up. Yeah. Really tough interactions here. I mean, that has been the crux of the situation here. JH and even JD, really difficult for Aboii to deal with. Does get the counter hit off Michael's sword, allowing for a setup.
Ooh, there's that Wings of Light. The boy really likes this. And is continuing the pressure. We might see it activate the Skyfish, but first gonna end with Wings of Light.
Allow Skyfish to show up here. Does get super. It does finish the round. I wasn't quite sure if that was going to get the shatter. I don't know. I haven't seen Dizzy in so long.
I was like, why in the world is this super doing like no damage? Like, at all. It was like, oh wait, we got wall break. It's fine.
Yeah. And also, I think most of the damage comes out in the final explosion. Like you just get the freeze, the beam, and then all the damage does apply after. All right, game on the board. Nice 6P start, and that immediately means we get the setup here off ice and the ground bounce in the close flat. Feet slipping and sliding.
Yeah. Oh wow, got the hit after the startup, but unfortunately, just getting a hit here and there is not enough to save you.
There we go. The log should be able to finish around with this one. Does. Whoa! I got the jump ins now.
Able to get that wing right activate. You know what I'm just now kind of realizing? Aboii's using Wings of Light to bait out aggression from Lasagna Slayer, even in situations where the Lasagna Slayer might not want to.
It does give you reason to try to press the issue, but even still, the way Aboii is setting up, it's just that ice that really denies the approach from Lasagna. That causes a sense of panic to not let the Wings of Light build up here. But it's still same game plan should hold for Lasagna. Fire off when you can with the Skyfish. At this range though, 6H. Come through. Quite the 2P to interrupt on Fish, but round up here again. Aboii still fighting for the turret life. Nice block on the 6-8.
The clash, and Aboii was not ready for it. Lasagna was fully ready there to invest another Behemoth Typhoon.
Oh, interesting hurt box for that 2K.
We're just gonna trade a wake up supers. Nice. Mikhail sword.
A single shot, all it takes. Actually really smart to go for the chest knock setup there because it does have that first strike to take out the drone, but this means death.
Yeah, the ice field allowing that Behemoth Typhoon to just forward momentum enough. That's gotta hurt if you're Aboii. You had the correct call out under
Deafheaven's Axl.
Right now, fourhops just gonna be feeling Deafheaven out. Doesn't want to be committal. Gets caught by the frame trap though.
Nice little overhead right there.
Yeah.
Nice tatami pressure. Earns the corner, does get tethered. JD, no escape with JK pickup after.
Yeah. He goes on some whiffs, but PRC there to make it safe. Get a whiff throw. That's going to get Blue Roman canceling and the bomber loops.
Duel 2. Let's rock.
Approach is too quick here, but still going to get caught by 2H. Nice JS.
Using a more safe to burst routing there. Like it from fourhops. Deafheaven though, absolutely zero incentive to burst during the duration of this round, unless things get a little close.
And even still, I don't think we're going to burst here. We're just going to lose out of the round.
Yeah.
Unless if a fire flight betrays us.
I mean, yeah, Deafheaven even losing this round here, perfectly fine. Fourhops invested burst. That is most of the final round of this first game that fourhops is not going to have access to Flex Shield, not have access to Wild Assault, and definitely not burst.
Still sneaks up that JS, close slash to get a couple ground bounces. Fade away JS again. No burst from Deafheaven.
That is really keeping on to this. It's being invested.
Build up at least 50% of her own on the side of fourhops. They could just bide their time with all these resources, but the wrong time to YRC. Nice tornado setup here. Wait a minute, a shatter? Beautiful stuff from Deafheaven.
And all of a sudden, the tables have turned.
On a burst. Ah! Jesus. I can't believe
Talking
it.
about
Wait,
one matchup having a gun. We're in a second matchup.
you PRC backdash right through it, and it still blew up behind you, and fourhops squeezes out a victory. Happy 4th of July, said fourhops.
Also, how did we not get the outro at all? That's a new thing from Strive.
That's what happens when you have an NVMe hard drive.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
3. I gotta up my game. I got the 1. I don't think I'm gonna do another one. I'll be honest. I've been noting
only
the
have
speeds. I've been noting those speeds aren't that different. There's no game taking advantage of it. Anyway.
Oh yeah, the GPU kinda.
His shatter, small life lead. Yo, speaking of PC, never mind. Nope, that's for later.
Ooh, tried to tap us, but it's not gonna get punished by fourhops at all, and Devin's not even gonna be concerned enough to press PRC.
Let's avoid the Winter Mantis here. Come! Good burst. Again, avoiding all the Winter Mantis, and the challenge on tap does fourhops. That's the quick reactions here.
Oh,
So Tommy with the counter.
And it's gonna gun through the wall. Deafheaven in a very dire strait right now.
Anyway, very dominant round this time as compared to the first game. I think fourhops is settled in.
Yeah. Just drowned Deafheaven in plus frames, forced an interaction out. Now, 2-0, Deafheaven on the back foot.
You know, you can get a 5070 for the price of a PS5.
Duel 1.
Oh.
Let's rock.
The Amazon sales today.
Assuming you have just PS5 money.
Just do it, you know. Crush. Oh. Knockdown. Yeah. Spin cycle. The final hit opens you up.
Yeah, Axl's a high efficiency machine. Those spins might not be as violent as the old ones, but they do last for a little bit longer.
Ooh, missed the parry window. That would have been very sneaky. The one vision combo coming through. All right, you play this game too much, Deafheaven. No, I don't like how you moved after that Axl bomber. I don't like that.
I mean, it's just the optimal way to space.
Yeah, I see that you hit one time. You knew exactly what angle your opponent was going to go. So you do a couple back dashes. You practice every position of one vision. I don't like that. I'm just going to boot up Halo tomorrow.
Halo.
I don't know. Play some River City Girls.
Maybe some Grand Blue.
It's Grand Blue. I'm worried about the hours you got in Grand Blue too now. Full screen, good approach here for fourhops off JS.
Oh, the counter hit. That was a very awkward hit.
I'm tired of you throwing those knives at me. I'm gonna shoot you. No way. Yeah, I got the guard crush. You can do a little bit of an approach here now.
Able, oh, one vision combo. Not gonna actually combo. Went for the command grab for it. Plus frame.
on the trade, and the gun wins.
Immediate burst out of fourhops. Does not want to give Deafheaven anything. How you have to.
Back away. Still got JS coming from Axl Low. It's a battle of the JS characters.
No extension. I thought potentially Ozanson was going to come out there trying to get that back hit in order for a combo and counter hit.
Block. No life to your name. We've seen fourhops make a comeback like this before. This is how we start. The tether up. The 2D. Yeah, not gonna burst. Just keep it simple with the true Axl reversal of 2K 2D.
Yeah. I mean, fourhops is going to be very cognizant that burst could end the round then and there with how little life was left. So Deafheaven was like, all right, because you know that burst is strong, you're going to be more incentivized to bait out or make your pressure in mind to be resistant to burst. And that's full, just open season for 2K.
Yes, indeed.
Duel 1.
Back into this game here. Game number 4. Ooh, just outside that quick overhead. There's the parry. Was fishing for quite some time. Let's get you down here.
I'm very surprised that that parry was just zoomed Deafheaven from like halfway up on the screen.
We'll bring it back. No matter where you are, you can get parried.
True. It only cares about the horizontal distance, apparently.
Does get the JH. That's the wire C to steal it back. Tethered up again. Deafheaven locked in on blocking until the final moment. That 2S.
And the throw. Yeah, good old OTG for the round win. fourhops wants the set here. Like you took it away from me, you stole it, Deafheaven. It's time for me to get back.
Right here. Push. Really fishing for that 6P right there. Fourhops not finding anything, but once we get the JD wall bounce, shatter time.
Yeah, like the little parry OS that you get to do as that combo ender in order, you know, set yourself up in order to not break the wall accidentally. And yeah, oh, doesn't get to bait it. That's gotta hurt.
3-1, Deafheaven.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
We got Kensei and Marvelo. Yinghua, if you are here, it is time to cheer on Kensei as Marvelo is trying to figure out something to stack.
Slide here. I'm in the same boat, Khalil. If I sleep in, it's over. If I wake up at noon, I'm like, oh man, my day's ruined.
True. Oh my god, the sniper!
Oh!
Big counter hit. Massive damage.
It's the final shot, but we're still going to make up for it here. Rope is deployed.
Positive ones. You have to deal with Kensei having 100 meter. There's a lot you have to keep in mind.
That was a good double jump to avoid the vapor thrust. And J2K.
Both bursts are being invested in this round.
Quite the air interruption there with that JD. Let's see if Marvelo can find that position. Rope applied. Really unfortunate that far slash was not ready.
Big counter hit. But all that comes of it is Marvelo now has back to the corner. Here's the mix. Both these players are just finding so many little hits here and there, shaving down each other's life totals. Kensei not able to close out the round though.
Wow. With the 2K2D? Stop that approach from Marvelo. Unfortunately falls down here. First game though.
Wins. Duel 1.
Anyways, we got our set settled in here. Marvelo versus Kensei to kick it off.
Things are getting
Dash.
fished.
Series though. Nice low full conversion. Marvelo took on it just saw.
Oh yeah, and just realized Marvelo's in-game name is no longer Wins Marvel.
It's Marvelo Toka.
Duel 2.
Away though. Bar slash. We do know win now. That's so true. 2026. Nice backdash away for the far slash though.
Oh, setting up that tightrope again. Danger time for Kensei. That is scary.
Super though.
And the Kara super too, just to build a little bit of extra meter.
Wait, nice drift and still not enough to get away from that 6P. And actually all the better for Kensei.
Yeah, pause the bonus now. Kensei looking poised to take the round.
JS. Blocks. DP the dust. Oh, but nice chase down. We've seen this one before. Kensei denying the aerial route. Stealing that round.
Duel 3. Let's rock.
What a 5 PAA punishing landing recovery it looked like.
DP. Yes, though, massive counter hit. A minute.
There's a throw.
What does the Disney movie have to do with this whooping that Kensei's putting out?
Might be better not to question it.
Yeah,
As
I'm not gonna.
Kensei takes game 1.
Big fan, big fan. It's time to watch a Disney movie. Kensei, you better
Yeah.
watch a Disney movie after this bracket.
Now, are we watching a Disney animated original, or are we watching a Disney affiliated property like Star Wars or Marvel?
Well, once it's Disney movie, you kind of assume it's a Disney movie, like not Disney owned. Yeah, like when I hear Disney movie, I'm like, we're gonna watch like Snow White or something like Lady and the Tramp. Nice Rekka. 6B. Still chasing down. They countered him. Marvelo being relentless.
Oh my, sort of straight run up 6P through the charge stun edge. No fear.
It's Fuji Arc betrays you.
I did not know you could go over that move.
Over the food rack.
Yeah, I've never seen someone go over it before successfully.
We're expanding your knowledge today.
I just wasn't a believer.
Slash does got awesome connection now. Does have that shock state applied. 5K chip shot with the JD. Guaranteeing the shatter.
trade on the jump in. Marvelo's looking in a pretty good spot, but Kensei has the damage in order to make that good spot vanish off the back of this just burst.
Here, far slash, trying to make the escape. Instead of going for J2K, we see the double jump arc. Marvelo trying to be cautious to close out this victory and does succeed.
That counts tied. You know, I would not have thought that this set would go anything other than the distance, and these two are just showing exactly why we might be in for a nice, long, good set.
It's true. Trying to figure out our top 6 competitors here.
Duel 1.
I mean, we technically have. To us? Jesus. This has been nothing but counter hits on both sides.
Yeah. And it's continuing. There's no end in sight.
Here. Tap dust to get the pickup.
That was
a
the
little
counter
bit
hit.
further. Yeah, unfortunately not going to get the vapor thrust, but still gets that shatter. Sneaky throw to finish the job.
Oh. Getting some hits here and there. Big counter hit. Not able to get a great conversion. And Kensei is going to capitalize off that fact. Put Marvelo straight into the corner. That close slash will allow it.
Going for the heavy at round start here after waking up from her shatter. JH burst gets called out. That is unfortunate. The moment counter hit connected, we were blocking. Calling out that burst, and Kensei up 2-1 over Marvelo. Yeah, but you gotta play me now.
Duel 1.
Joe on the Jacko against Asuka. Sin here, trying to run 5K, but the 5K was there to try to shut down minions. The close slash. Trying to navigate the space. Beak driver into the L cut? Good lord.
But here we go, Joe Brownie finding a little bit of the ways out of the corner.
Jeez, close slash, hoof stomp. Should be getting our shatter here soon. There's another minion here, the third one's out. Great 2P call out against the tap dust. DP? No. Still trying to chase things down. Close slash. Makes a commitment. That gives Joe the opportunity to fall.
Nice shield. Joe Brownie getting the beautiful call out. And unfortunately, though, the pressure had to end. All the minions were behind you. Asa taking the round. Uh-oh.
Take it.
Controller DC.
Go. Joe, fight. Don't fall for it.
Don't fall for it. It was all a ploy to build up more burst gauge.
I'm just relentless. I'm ruthless. I see you stop. I'm taking it. Okay.
Hey, I respect the mentalities. Hey, if you aren't making sure your stuff working all the time, that's not my problem.
Exactly. See, Khalil was like, I thought it was a connection issue. It was an issue with your controller. I'm taking that.
Yeah, I'm running up hitting you with the close slash. I don't care. Thanks for your homework.
Oh, definitely. Three kids, not one play Jacko. Sounds like a parenting issue.
If you want a fourth, I can play Jacko.
Back into the throes of battle. See what could have happened, Joe, if you would have fought when Asta was stuck there.
Duel 1.
You might be up a set. First, does hold that corner. Nice approach. So Asta just denying the positions of minions. Get the cross under.
Nice throw. Asta keeping the pressure on thick. Runs to the 2K though.
Oh, wow. H finish here. Beak driver, a strong corner position. If you can't get your minions set up in this matchup, it gets very tricky. No stopping Sin. Especially with no reversals there. Nice stagger pressure, get the counter hit.
All the wall loops.
Close side. Wow. Very quick round here. Joe just about to build up a burst of their own as we get into this final round. Shields up.
Crossover, playing some nice patient neutral. Ending though, as Joe Brownie now gets pressure started. The minions are going to be there for all time.
More interaction here. Can Joe finish it out? Positive bonus to get at least 50 tension. Should be able to get upwards of 100 if we kept our offense going.
Dropping the minion.
Oh, nice recognition on the JD. That was very quick counter maneuvering here. It comes from Joe, knowing the position that Asta was in, how far that would go. Shut down minion. You're there in a clean spot for 2D. I don't know if you thought that the trip guard would make it, but very smart play nonetheless.
Yeah. That's set now. Score's being taken up to 1-1. I like what Joe Brownie's been changing up. Asta's getting thrown for a little bit of a loop at different times.
Mm-hmm.
And now comes the ye old question of who's going to start changing things up a little bit faster and keeping their opponent constantly on their toes.
Wolf stomp. Driver does run away with the minion setup here. Not going to find much use for it as we try to retreat and get all 3 minions into play. Oh, mistimed it, but that's what we were fishing for. Another shield opportunity to get set up. Backdash is caught by the hook cross from Asta.
Not able to break the wall due to lack of the stamina. And I don't think... No, is able to catch 2K out.
Close enough. The minions set up here, sandwiched up. Let's get the final strike for kill and runs right under the JD. Again, like that is something to note throughout the set. Asta has always put themselves in a better position by going for these cross unders, getting counter hits and trip guards.
Oh, that JD just out faced that close slash that you were mentioning. Asta been very good at positioning, but timing, that's a whole other situation.
Soccer kick with minion pulled, finds the tap dust, and extends with that red RC. Not this time though.
Beautiful close out there.
Duel 3. Let's rock.
Ooh, 6P counter hit. Backing off though, excellent spacing. 2D pickup with minion to support.
Gold burst, but unfortunately can't make use of it. Finds a hit afterwards. Elysian driver going to send us to game 4 on a 2-1 score. Joe Brownie in the lead.
Joe, much better showing than what we had at game 1. We're comfortable in the pacing of this match.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
I thought it was controller frozen. I'm like, Joe, you gotta send it. It don't matter.
No mercy. This is winner's final on the line.
Oh, wow. Got the full open. There's a burst, and we're still pressing. Gonna get the super.
Yeah. Nice. That's up close to the wall break. Yo.
Duel 2.
All according to plan. I don't have to chase you down again. Nothing. No setups.
Minions hold down the neutral. All 3 of them die, but enough. Meter was recovered for a 4th minion.
Off the wall super? Shielding up. We're expecting another Jeek driver, or at least the approach from Axl. We've seen it before. Axl's getting smart to it, though.
Nice jump over, and Joe Brownie. That you perfect those 7 big.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, this is a kind of quote-unquote double jeopardy for Lasagna Slayer. Mentioned earlier that the only loss in ladder was to Marvelo. Now could be eliminated.
Crush a bit, though. Nice. Far slash. Gets the interruption. A bit too far for the HS.
Cross engage.
That was tough. I think Lasagna's getting used to folks jumping into the beam to guard it. That's 5P on the approach. Nice. Does get HS again. Tumble back to the corner.
Heavy slash staggers. You think Marvelo would be playing May with that right now?
I mean, the space you got HS alone for Chipp, just all the benefit you get out of counter hitting for it. Makes sense that you go for that neutral here. Now we do have that corner again.
Honestly, has been just loving putting that laser beam on the screen and just get so much advantage so consistently.
5Ks though. It's block on the JS and a block on YRC. Marvelo keeping it simple for the finish. Tons of resources up the side of Marvelo for this interaction though. 6P. So eventually you do get burst here.
Yeah. That's going to be definitely used for some wild assaults. Maybe a burst if necessary. But I mean, the pressure is just looking so good. Immediate 1-hit super confirm. Marvelo's looking very clean. If this is what happened earlier, I can see exactly why Lasagna Slayer was not super confident going into this round.
That's actually really smart. We did go for the wild assault there to strip away that burst opportunity to guarantee our shatter. Not going to utilize your resources. I'll take them away from you, said Marvelo. PK launch.
Yeah.
This hurts a ton.
Yeah, I mean, you get burst back, but it's a consolation prize for 70% of your life bar being ripped straight away.
Alpha for the finish, and Marvelo will take the first game, drawing first blood in this set.
I mean, Lasagna Slayer had some really nice things going on in that set. know, of course, making the most of that situation. Yeah, I got your one hit, 70% of your life bar. All that was needed was one more closeout. Unfortunately, when you're fighting Marvelo, that is the hardest thing to do, is close out that round.
Let's rock.
Wow, 5Ps. Yeah, that's the thing, is it gets so scary for Chipp towards the end of the round and try to close it out. Marvelo hungry for the kill, obviously, but doesn't want to put themselves in a precarious position. And drone pulls through. Marvelo gonna spend the burst. Dealing with time right. Oh! Like the jump and wanted to hold the corner, but got knocked in a weird way.
Yeah, a little tricky movement. And it's hopefully keeping Lasagna Slayer in the corner. 50 meter is available with full security as well. You could be playing some very disadvantageous RPS, but never mind, just gonna get the mix.
6P versus 6P, and unfortunately Lasagna comes out on top.
Yeah, this. Wait, are you dead?
Yeah, unfortunately you are. No, you're not. Okay. Jeff at first. As far as the throw, you should be able to air throw. Yeah, I don't know why no one really tries it. I'm pretty sure you can air throw.
On the...
On tether. On not tether, sorry, on the rope.
I mean,
No
yeah,
one does it.
it's an option, but when you got Goldlewis 2P, you can just, you know, pull out that elbow
Duel 1.
and take Chipp right off of it. Might as well use that as a little bit safer. Joe Bryan's gonna lab it for us. Just double check
I'm
that it
pretty
can be
confident
airborne.
that you can throw it. He's not coded as grounded. He's still airborne, but like you can't block in that state. So it should be throwable. Bursting away.
Lost the wire seat too far away for a punish. Gets hit with no security meter, gets to live one more interaction, but a throw does kill and runs straight into the 684.
Duel 2. Let's rock.
Good 6P. Let's kick our crush though. Maybe attempted a backdash there, still gonna get devoured. Mistiming the 6P though.
DP, Super PRC gonna allow for the punish. This player is actually gonna take the lead now.
Yeah, that's what I thought, Joe. It's just like it does. You can flip your position, but it's always been air throwable. It's odd that I don't think I've ever seen somebody do that. Like that's the oddity of it all.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
Probably the concern if he goes to the bottom half of it, flips himself upside down, it kind of messes with air throwing. Interesting. Backing away from drone. Perfect timing to avoid the drone with the alpha blade too. You still get mid-screen position, but we're already back in this corner.
Oh, nice 2K, gonna stop Marvelo's advance. The meaty Mika-ChanTYPHOON. Marvelo got caught pressing on Wake Up. That wasn't DP. Yo, Lasagna Slayer not gonna get punished thanks to the BRC, and that's gonna send us to set point.
Duel 2.
Lasagna Slayer might be making the reversal happen.
Rush. Nice DP. Block to block. Let's get the JD though. This is a very scary spot. Oh, get the forward check out. Okay.
Oh, getting the JP. Only one little cut on the massive amount of damage still needed to take Lasagna Slayer down.
Nice. Pick up 2K2D. Waiting for a burst. Certainly not going to come. Simply because we are round up here. Final round. Life point here for Marvelo, though. Very quick shut. You see how fast Chipp closes the gap here. Far slash shuts down starts the throw. Normally a safe decision for Goldlewis, but not against Chipp, clearly.
Absolutely not. And the risk is now building quite a bit. You know, we talk about Chipp not doing a lot of damage, but if you're going to have 50% risk on you, you're going to take a good chunk.
Backing off. Nice. Supporting drone. Puts your dash up. Not enough time to get an interrupt. Marvelo was definitely checking that spacing.
Absolutely. Marvelo has to be careful. This combo is going to send you to any touch kills, whatever comes first. The throw, be it the wild assault, will end it. Lasagna Slayer eliminate Marvelo.
What does that even mean? I'll see you.
Well, I'm gonna make a sign of like, but when I was on stream, tried to take a player but didn't claim the match Reno code.
First away. Fourhops. But this aggressive Baiken up against an equally aggressive Sin. Good 2P interrupt.
Oh, wow. Gonna end it with RTL. Going nice and quick, sending fourhops through that wall.
Doesn't need anything extra. Just needs to shatter and positive bonus. Make sure we get that corner.
Guard cancel parry. Not going to work out this time.
Ooh.
Thankfully.
I feel like that should have been a super right there. Instead, we just got the 5H.
Yeah. Asa was probably trying to get a Kara super in there because, I mean, any special would have been enough. But, woo! Look at that. Nice little parry.
Try to get the air-to-air interrupt, but a little bit too close to the corner there. Give yourself a little bit more breathing room, like under the timer is a good spot to be because you get a little bit more time to react and catch up with your opponent's jumps there. Johnson with the dust. Good.
And then the super going to take the round, answering right back.
Duel 3. Let's rock.
Massive lead. The Gazelle step here, and Asta up the brakes and fourhops. Fortunately gets away with a quick 2D. Jeez, the step. One more touch away here for Asta to get the W. Seen fourhops again in these dire straits before, come out successful. That was a dangerous YRC. That range was a little iffy.
A little iffy, but just close enough too to make Asta think DP worth it. Send it. And it did work. Taking first game.
That's generally the spacing there. Like right after YRC, Hops could go for Kabari. So that's a great call for Asta to sit there. Instead of 6P, we got DP in the second follow-up right after. It's one thing with a moment of invulnerability there that you could try to steal back a turn if your opponent gets cheeky off of YRC like we did here. 5P not going to connect off push stop. That's unfortunate. I feel like that should have interrupted.
Although fourhops gets no time to contemplate whatsoever. You're in one bad decision away from losing the round. It's almost been 15 seconds.
Perfect. Duel 2. Let's rock.
Fair. 5P, not believing quite yet. Not that we can really follow up off of it. Intermediate burst once you get tethered. Asta in control right now. I don't even think we're going to get the chorus at this rate.
That's the big concern. But fourhops. I don't think. No, it's too far into startup in order to Kara can't. Oh, he's just to be able to dodge that throw.
Oh, wow. What a 16.
So much meter is being just bled in the blink of an eye. And Ass is going to come out on top and take a second game.
Okay. 2-0 lead right now. Fourhops taking a moment to step back as we get into what is potentially the final game. Just the quick decisions, the quick damage routing from Asta really setting the pace right now for fourhops. That pressure that we're looking for here coming from Baiken. Fourhops, the super.
Fourhops is answering back quite nicely, unable to get the safe jump.
Parry though. Does have 50% tension. Let's see if we can get the chip out. That's what fourhops is scrambling for. He does get the low finish.
Duel 2.
We are locked in corner. Wild Assault 6K into Stomp. But quite the 5P. Even though we got hit by the overhead, we're still trying to challenge out. Some back. Jeek, that was dangerous.
Yes, it was. Oh, ye ol' mini ladder combo. Fourhops looking very good this round. You know, might have had a slow start to the set.
Good round here. Finally getting the game on the board. We're about to proceed for this next one, though. Fourhops, a very dominant game.
All right, both of them got off the stand for a second there, but we're getting right back into it.
I do like the aggression coming from fourhops, denying a lot of those interactions come from Asta. I mean, right here, it's those staggers that really start to call out. A little 2S. Man, 6P is still your turn here, Asta. Nice whip punish. Fourhops not able to capitalize quite yet, though.
The A.B.A on the B driver able to throw.
Good blocks. Risk gauge is starting to build. A little bit of a scramble. Tether's not making things easy for either competitor here as fourhops tries to deny the air route. Let's take a snack for our shatter. Post finally finding the parry window. We're seeing that happen more and more throughout that pressure, but Asta doesn't even really care about those parry windows here. Even though they're getting called out by 4, they're still going to get challenged. Nice.
Beautiful air throw there from Asta. But now at a set point.
Tatami. Yo, the DP gets blown up by Yozansen. Big benefit for four hops here. Not this time.
There he gets thrown. Spark, finds mix.
Wow. Excellent time for the YRC. IB is just the nick of time that Yozansen not going to connect here, but Tatami Mats interrupt that space that Sid could potentially approach. There's that JS still interrupting. There it is.
Duel 3. Let's rock.
Oh, nice JK coming out from Asta, getting four hops to be stuck in this corner. Counter hit. No burst invested just yet.
5P. Just looking to close this out here now. 2S. Indeed, Yozansen. You can't know. Like, that's the scary thing about these Yozansens. The best way to deal is probably just cross cut, you know, get a DP on the opposite side. It's JH.
5P getting a hit. Asta went from looking very good to now is on a sliver of life.
Just get blocked, and the parry attempt, you still got the throw.
Oh,
the chase. If that would have been a DP, though, we didn't have the quick notification here to go for a Hawkbaker in that corner. That should have been the chase that we took to four hops. Now it's 2-all in the set.
Yeah, things getting heated. It's going to be the first game 5 of our top 8, actually.
Yeah.
Every other set was a 3-1.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
Sorry, though. Jeez, that Yozansen not connecting. Wait a minute. Close slash.
Nice burst. And of course, full screen neutral. Four hops trying to play very respectful past his little mini jump scare options.
Oh, side swap, still got close slash. That is unfortunate for four hops right there.
So much meter.
Super interrupt, not happening. The 5P. Cool, cancel off PRC there.
And yeah, 6P is just not going to come out quick enough. Yozansen too far into its animation.
Just relax.
Little standoff.
Nice, got her throw.
One more interaction. Asta, will the turnaround come out, or is it going to be lights out? And yes, it is. Four hops will take the set 3-2, making us see Baiken Goldlewis for the second time tonight.
On themselves, they blame the beasts.
Winners final, we're gonna have Kai and Jacko.
トリックはトリート。
風来剣の進化をお見せしましょう。
That's not what she asked. It's not.
Yeah, that's not a valid response. There
It's like trick or treat. I know how to do my taxes.
Knock
Different
the IRS
conversation,
calling
Kai.
Jacko.
Look at this again, though. Another match where Kensei is paying attention a lot to these minions here. We saw that up against Asta, right, in the set against Joe Brownie earlier. Kwan does get that shock state and quite the shimmy for the close slash.
Nice little FRC JS to take the round. A lot of things are happening. These two are constantly pressing. No one's wanting to stay still for just a second, and I can't blame either of them.
That was a great conversion to get that vapor thrust. That was only a single combo for that much damage. Look at this 6P to interrupt minions. Joe just wants a breathing room away for Kensei, who is not letting up on the gas.
Yeah.
No
Oh my.
shot. No shot. Your hurt box threaded the needle between shields. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. This was such a good rebound there. You know, Joe Brownie made the. Oh
No.
What in the world?
No. All right. I'm good, man. I'm good. It's been a night. It's been a good night. Y'all.
Yeah, it's been a good stream. We'll catch you next week.
What do you mean the entire circle around Kai is a hurt box? Vapor thrust is just ride the lightning? Okay. Okay. Kensei up first game.
Man. Duel 1. Let's rock.
Another GS.
Yeah, shut down the minion for sure. And again, just Kensei being relentless, not giving up on that spacing. 60, ignoring the minion. You don't have an opportunity to shoot this at me.
What is a minion being set to the people's elbow?
Man. Ouch! Joe too! Nice. Side swap, hard to block situation.
Well, no blocking necessary, just 2Ps right on out. Go. So I think Kensei heard Yingwo wanted to watch a Disney movie. He was like, all right, let me speedrun this real quick, because it's all been gas and it's all going in one direction.
That was a huge JS right there, taking out both minions. Oh, caught low. Fortunate for Joe Brownie.
And a little bit of a breather during that animation, because you definitely need it with how fast Kensei's been taken.
A strong life lead. No need to squander it here. The caution is being applied. Nice low. Good finish, and we do.
Yeah, Kensei wasn't able to close out that round, but saw zero fear just running straight through the minions as if Joe Brownie had a 0 meter to use in a command.
He wants to get out of this corner so bad. There's no runaway room anymore.
Oh.
Card cancel, interesting choice. Maybe wanted Wild Assault instead.
Gets on in, gets the throw. Gonna red RC it wants this wall break.
Cigar crush, alarm for minion setup. Corner. Nice. Such low. Good. Answers back. The hard knockdown.
Kensei doesn't have 100 meters, so there's no wake up RTL RC.
Ooh. Avoiding the vapor thrust here. Actually using the minion to help get a little bit more hang time in the air. The soccer kick will close out the round there. 1-all in the set. Nice turnaround here for Joe.
Yeah, I think Joe Brownie definitely found a way to stop Kensei from just holding forward straight into Joe Brownie's face and hitting with close slash, 6P, 5P. And that's going to be a beautiful piece of work.
Duel 1.
Just getting this game number 3 though. Find that space. It's gotta be so nerve-wracking, the fact that every single time we try to set up minion, Kensei almost immediately shuts it down. So now Joe taking the fight to Kensei. JT. Oh no! Wanted that 6P anti-air, but it definitely crossed up the wrong way. Drift opened up the blue blur.
Duel 2. Let's rock.
Okay, in this next round, low profile avoids the far slash. Is that 6P?
I like the double fooder arc,
It's so unnecessary. It just.
but it's so needed.
Oh, okay. I don't want to guess at all. Let me just guard cancel. I don't want to get mixed high-low. I'll mix you left-right.
Nice back dash. Great game sense there from Kensei.
Very quick catch-up game off that super alone. Going for that 2D. We had a little bit of a misinput after we got this stumble backwards. Plenty of close slashes and not enough breathing room here for Joe as we get FD out. It's that offense coming from Kensei, that non-stop pressure 2-1 lead over Joe.
Oh, right. Kensei gonna be looking to make this 3-1, get to grands on the winner's side.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
The chance not working out for you though. Minions all over the place. Great route to the Sacred Edge. And just takes a single step back to get the close slash. Oh.
Duel 2. Let's rock.
Quite the round start here. An overwhelming offense against Joe with no minions to back you up. We tried to take a couple steps forward, and Kensei immediately shuts down the approach. Way, nice dodge over the Vapor Thrust, but with the RC cancel, we got the jump heavy.
Right, the minions are out full effect. Kensei trying to run forward with Far Slash, but Joe Brownie a little bit more wise to it now. Sends out the command to put a little bit of a yield sign.
Yeah. Nice. Ooh, all minions down. Kensei still holding strong. Shield works out on the Stun Dipper.
I like taking the red RC here. Send Kensei to the wall. Deflect shield to JS. And that will be it. Kensei's moving on to the winner's side of Grands, forcing Joe Brownie to win another set for a chance at a rematch. And we saw Kensei just took advantage. Now, as we get into who's going to be Joe Brownie's next opponent, fourhops or Lasagna Slayer.
See how this does play here for fourhops. Great way to start off to strip away your opponent's burst with 50% life rate. That's not bad at all.
We saw this matchup earlier today with fourhops against Mika. And that was a win for fourhops on a 3-0, but the Lasagna Slayer is really making fourhops work for this round.
Wow. JD, gunshots galore.
Duel 2. Let's rock.
Block on that 6P, good block. This is one of those things he can't let Goldlewis get set up.
I mean, if Goldlewis sets up, you're very likely to get high load into oblivion.
Duel 3. Let's rock.
Oh my gosh, look at the damage.
That was big. Crush here. Tall order for fourhops, and it might not happen. Blocks the burst. Far slash not going to connect.
Yeah. Fourhops really thinking how slow Goldlewis's run is, although it's not gonna matter in the end.
Tough break here as Lasagna just crushes the defense here.
Duel 1.
Getting this game too, Lasagna once again with the JD start. Guard crush is such a problem right now for fourhops. Once fourhops gets put in the corner position, like it seems like it is all in favor of Lasagna to finally get a parry out.
Yeah. And that was a little more of a risky one too, because that was a straight on a wake up. Yeah, and you're not bursting that. That is too dangerous.
Duel 2. Let's rock.
Not close enough to get the far slash. Misspacing can be deadly in this matchup against Goldlewis. Yo, full security spend on Behemoth alone. Force out that burst. Jeez, what a 6P, and it just goes off to the wayside here as Lasagna just starts firing away, wasting the tension.
Yes. And that JD will find a counter hit. Lasagna Slayer going up yet another game.
The song didn't even start. The game was over, the song didn't start.
Classic Goldlewis.
Duel 1.
Hey, game number 3. Let's see how fast this goes.
Already starting off much more patient than last time. Fourhops really backing off to do it though. That is going to be a high risk, low reward situation at the moment.
Parry, yeah, certainly much more conservative start. We do get that throw, tether set up. Deep goes on. We'll take that guard crush, knock back, and a YRC to steal our turn. Much better round here for fourhops. And honestly, this is how the last set went, right? It was a substantial lead for Asta and fourhops. Returned the favor, ended up taking a 3-2. Now that your back's against the wall, no choice but victory. Seems that fourhops starts to lock in.
Yeah. Something is clicking. I mean, we saw fourhops last time need 2 games to really start making things work. It might be the same this time.
Oh no. Expecting a burst to come through by the looks of it here, and just quite the reaction. Super coming from fourhops, who still finishes the game.
I'm surprised Lasagna didn't even just send burst. Like, you had it.
Burst its full screen. That's not a burst save. I mean, there are burst saves, but you know what I mean. You're not going to whiff a burst.
You underestimate my power.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
Let's get tether. Yeah, don't take that trade. That's on a trade for you any day of the week.
Yeah. But now, fourhops back to the corner. Lasagna gonna use JP and good night. Never mind.
You're blocking this, right? No, you weren't. You put a button out there trying to get a low?
Duel 2. Let's rock.
Close up Sakabari. Will jump out of the corner. The far slash is a pickup for Lasagna.
Yeah. And you've got one last interaction as fourhops. This is with your tournament life on the line. Would you wake up parry?
Need does get the low crush. You got to be careful on the spacing, because the further away you get, more likely that Skyfish comes through to rip away at your resources. Good IB. Surely. Yeah, it's Meter trying to get the 5P. That could work. Mechanic Gold Burst.
Yeah, it doesn't. You don't have to worry about burst. The flesh shield's the only defensive mechanic, and four hops will find the round.
Duel 3. Let's rock.
Can't count four hops out until the set is over. Almost at the full JD route with an early burst from Lasagna as we tether to stop the forward momentum of Lasagna. Or Tatami, not tether, excuse me. Drone, a couple brushes.
It's the low.
And we already had so much risk gauge. Look at all the damage we took.
Yeah. JS gonna counter hit the JD though. Four Ops is really good about making some of these dire situations end up winning, but the deflect shield just comes in at the wrong time. Lasagna Slayer will be moving on to losers final with the Yokai team kill.
And they're still, wait a minute, you're still tethered. You're being lifted off into space and you're still tethered. He doesn't say UMA. Man. Is this Yuma? Oh, man.
Oh my, what in the world? 248?
Shatter.
Hold the Skyfish and Snuff.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna keep holding too.
I'm gonna empty this barrel. Empty the drum, as it were.
Oh, just down that path here. Another minion. Slow launch. Looking real bad. We do have a reversal opportunity here. In terms of super for Lasagna for feeling frisky.
Lasagna's been content to hold down pack for quite a while.
You're not going to give me an opportunity. I'll YRC. Force one for me. Nice. Actually, wall bounce here with Peter. No kill, but pretty darn close to it. Very nice.
Duel 3. Let's rock.
Oh, Skyfish. Just a little bit of Skyfish. There was no security.
And just wants to deny the setup opportunity for Joe Brownie. Denying Joe Brownie an escape from the corner. Lasagna earned this spot, they said, and they want to keep it.
Hey, Joe Brownie living on a very slow level of life. The Skyfish not going to be able to put away fast enough.
He corrupts both minions here. Ooh. There we go. First game for Lasagna. 4 games straight so far.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
Ooh, got that 6K round start, but not too much to make for it. A close line hidden from the backside, and here goes the throw. Not going to work out.
Walk back though. Trying to get in that safety zone so we can close off the escape routes here for Lasagna. Shields up.
So much meter here for Joe Brownie. Lasagna just could not defend for long enough.
Here, relentless offense coming in. Minions to back here as we open up early. Okay, does have 50% tension. Oh, we spent here. Safe approach? No, we have the soccer kick in there. Gets a little bit of breathing room here. That JD crushed. Another one here. You got a little bit of room, so you're gonna go for that skyfish. Well, Joe wants to set up that minion.
Oh, trying to be safe to wires. He blocks it. Masterful pressure.
Dropping off early, shields up, and it's not going to catch anything. Good air-to-air from Lasagna. So we take those JDs, that's fine. Not a ton of damage. No punish off the 2D, and still gets an air throw from Joe Brownie.
Oh, the burst coming out, though.
Burst, yeah.
Plus frames on plus frames.
Close enough to back guard crush. Trying to go through the wall of minions, waiting for a 2P opportunity, or just laser beam. I don't need to make the approach, but I can force you to come to me.
Now, Behemoth Typhoons become RPS, their security gauge.
My goodness, nice dash cancel though. JD risk is maximized. A mortal counter.
It goes the wrong way. And get right back over here for the third time this round. Lasagna Slayer going up 2-0.
So much meter. And we tried so hard. Joe was trying to close that gap. Tried to do anything, and Lasagna taking that jump. The JD. You walked too far.
Lasagna just on a tear right now. Looking to claim this set here and now is a 3-0 move on to Grands. One more win.
Block the burst. Joe said it's time to lock in right now. Will not be made a fool.
So yeah, Lasagna, you had your fun, but it's time for me to get my run back.
Yo, what? Yo.
The helicopter Goldlewis?
I'm gonna keep swinging my coffin. If you run into it, it's your fault. Just finished close enough to corner. Don't even need corner, really. Goldlewis definitely just got it like that. Bin had that in the latest season patch.
Oh, clash!
Nice. That's JK and the JD right after. Block from Joe Brownie, though. Does earn you that full screen. And get down here, please.
Yeah. Red RC, well, gravity is still working. The Skyfish says there's no gravity, only bullets.
He literally says Uma.
It says Yuma. A subtle difference in pronunciation, I promise.
He literally says, ah! Shatter though.
One interaction is all Joe Brownie needs to win. First is on a line for Lasagna Slayer, though.
3 swings, no strike.
And there's just gonna chip on out with the minion. Joe Brownie now on the board.
Says Yuma since he's pronouncing the letter U. But ooh, that's you. U is ooh. It's not complicated. Ooh is you.
Duel 1.
I love the quick switch up Yinghua has. Let's go, Joe Brownie. Oh wait, Lasagna bought from me. Allegiance must change.
I had to go for the gunshot there.
Oh, the clash again!
Into the helicopter, no less.
It seems like Lasagna Slayer is the only one ready for these clash situations.
Because you just gotta spin the same direction, Kopi.
I mean, fair.
I clashed. Where am I gonna go? Keep churning.
Yeah, there's butter to be made. I mean, how's Goldlewis gonna have his morning biscuits without butter? Uh-oh. There's a good amount of risk here. And the
Nice, got the
JP will do it.
Oh man, Lasagna.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
Grand finals, Kensei on winner's side. Here up against Lasagna Slayer on the loser side. You say Bacala, don't you?
Yes, like it's supposed to be pronounced. Oh my. Here you go, Lasagna. Going through the wall.
Shock stain. Ooh. Yo, the stoicism of Kensei to stand block on that sequence, I'm ducking at least once. And clearly it works so much that Lasagna just got that unlocked. Really kind of fuzzy guard, goodness. Dash away for the far slash here, another shock applied. JS
Drone.
whiffing entirely and drone will interrupt.
Oh my. Thankfully for Kensei, Lasagna Slayer did not have meter to get that kill. More chances.
Oh, I'm asking for a lot, but you need to beat Goldlewis. Look, you know what happens every time we Dragon install. Chat. So
Well. Yep. Classic Dragon install.
says play perfectly with no mistakes. Well, mistake 1, your Dragon install. So that was self-inflicted mistake.
Man. Duel 1. Let's
Getting this game number 2, Lasagna with a strong start. Run up 2H.
And then the deepest counter hit JD of my life.
Where are you going? Ooh, interesting. Yeah, pretty late interaction there. Does get the throw tech.
White Wild Assault's right back in. He uses that Wild Assault into the RC, but it's not going to find anything except a Vapor Thrust at the end of it.
A White Wild Assault shutting down the offense here. A couple swings. We're just going to keep guard crushing. suspend that tension. 2P, side swat, still gets the pickup. Lasagna gonna take that first round in game 2. This is looking bad for Kensei right now.
Yeah.
Real bad.
Lasagna on this tear. Paper thrust going to give a breath of reprieve. God, just in this behemoth
Stop trying to
typhoon.
6P! What's the 6P for?
Oh no, the Fooder are trying to get in first, but all that's gonna happen, Lasagna is going up 2-0.
You got blasted into the beam. You got Behemoth Typhoon. You would have bounced off the beam and would have got another Behemoth Typhoon. That was disastrous. Obliteration. 2-0 lead Lasagna right now. About to be the fastest reset y'all ever saw. Well, unfortunately, he's taking damage when he's blocking without using FD, which is the bubble.
Yeah,
Green
we
bubble
got
around
chip
that.
damage. But mitigate it.
There's ways to mitigate, yeah. You know, IB would certainly help. Oh god.
Although IB against Goldlewis,
Yeah.
that's scary.
Ain't about that life. Different turn of events here. Too far for the heavy slash. Got a little bit of breathing room thanks to FD. Slides into the DM.
Duel 2. Let's rock.
The IB's coming on out for Lasagna Slayer. Finds the end of Kensei's pressures, trying to get on in.
RC. Paper thrust. Feel like Kensei's kind of woken up right now. Doesn't go for anti on the jump in, but you know there's security gauge. Lasagna's gonna keep swinging.
Absolutely. What is a Goldlewis player doing if they are not swinging?
No need to burst. Does get RC. Ooh.
The Spurs, all right, laser coming on out.
And throw! Perfect reaction from Kensei! And then the vulnerability gonna take you a game here.
いい勝負でした。
Yeah. And I mean, we had to fulfill tonight's theme where no set in top 8 has ended in a 3-0. Almost every single set has been 3-1. See if Lasagna can continue the trend or if we'll see our second 3-2.
So brilliant. Going for that air throw here, knowing that keeping calm, cool, and collected, essentially. A very tight window of opportunity, and fortunately was able to call out Lasagna on the aerial approach. That could have been an air behemoth typhoon. That's not the case. The way that Kensei is threading these vapor thrusts right now, that's critical if you're trying to steal back the turn. Sheesh, these card crush.
Thunderbird just passing on by. Kensei was able to air dash over. Finds the throw on the wild assault.
Huge, that's the way to do it. Dash cancel with another close slash. Nice Gatling off the wild. Dragon install. Let's see.
A bunch of resources available for Lasagna against the block. So we're gonna PRC this in short order.
Nice DP though. The tap does call out. You're insane, Kensei. You're absolutely insane. The hard read.
Duel 2.
And rare dragon install winning the round.
Great situational awareness, right? Like, it is literally, you saw the 100 tension. You knew that the PRC was going to rip through. You knew that Lasagna was going to take an action. Fight the DP, but unfortunately going to get bullied out of this corner. Nice
Big
2S.
2S.
Duel 3. Let's rock.
Backing off here, another 2H. SQ with the raid. Thank you so very much. What a combo.
Now we're just here in grand finals. Kensei is on the winner's side. Lasagna Slayer on the loser's side. We are potentially here for another 3-1 set count in this top 8 for a reset. But Kensei is charging the set towards a 2-2 count.
Close flash, look at the stagger, opens it up, and that is the 2-2 count. As you were calling here, Kensei might be getting this reverse sweep here. It's all coming down to this.
Only our second game 5 of top 8. Every single other set has been 3-1. Reset is on the question, but Kensei wants to end it here.
I'll answer that for Kensei. It should be rare, medium rare.
Medium rare, beautiful way to have a steak.
Trust me, I've never talked to Kensei before, but I know Kensei helps.
Kensei has to have taste with how good this set is so far.
If it's well done, we have to kindly but politely ask them to leave, and strongly ask them to leave. Firmly. Jeez, the close flash.
Yeah. Oh my! Oh my!
Whoa!
Gosh.
Why? No, that was. Hold on. No, that was the round open combo. No.
Did we just look at Goldlewis or did we look at Jacko Patch May?
Anyway, final round of game number 5. Careful. Risk gauge is still built up here. This is beneficial if Kensei can get the hit. Nice! Drifting underneath the JD. Nice turnaround here with the IAD. Well, not even IAD, it's air dash.
Yeah. All the close on catching Kensei's back dash, but no kill yet.
Yikes! And that is your reset. Lasagna Slayer 3-2 over Kensei. I can't believe it. That round 2 of game number 5 literally set the pace.
Yeah, and I mean, Khalil said it. Couldn't put it any better. Kensei got put on a poster.
I can't believe it. That was round open combo. Why did he do that much damage?
Let's rock.
I know this song. I've used it a couple times. Close slash interrupts the 2S coming from Lasagna. Goodness, oh, the red.
I mean, we're used to seeing Kensei have all that red from a single Lasagna Slayer combo. All the PRCs are flying.
Try to interrupt the Thunderbolt though. JS is still gonna get you caught by drone. You're gonna dash there. Trying to get that one window of opportunity to save yourself. It might not happen. It certainly won't.
Nope.
Duel 2. Let's rock.
Okay, it's the Mika-ChanTYPHOON over to the corner. Yeah, Kensei has to burst that. Skyfish gonna say, no star. Sun Edge for you.
Behemoth, the Wild Assault catches. Not enough for kill. little bit fancy footwork here, the aerial movement. Oh, try to do it again. Try to do the same thing we saw that started that momentum to stop the reset. For an air throw attempt, but Lasagna was too ready for it.
Lasagna is looking so good. It's a little scary even.
Oh, it's definitely scary. Little scary. It's terrifying. Horrific.
You know what? You're right. You're right.
Kensei doing all that they can, trying to settle in on this shock state, really trying to take advantage of some of the skills that Kai has that really allows for that continued offense, that snowball effect. And we're still trying to make some excellent calls against Kensei. It's this neutral positioning that is kind of tricky here because JD is difficult to stop. Nice bar slash poke.
Lens Slayer gonna take the immediate option to burst. And I like these backdashes, making Thunderbird a little bit useless.
Oh, slash. Good answers back from Kensei with 50 on the bar. Send it away. Now play like that again.
Yeah. Play like that 5 more times.
Here it is. Find that spacing. Not being as aggressive on the approach when drone comes through.
Not a lot of meter for negative penalty to take away, but Kensei still doesn't want that to happen.
This shatter. Oh my goodness. Chasing the back dash here. Does finally get the red RC. If we get the shatter, there it is. It does get the game.
It's all tied up. Going the distance. Zero, you think we might be getting a game 10 grands?
Jeez, I have no idea at this point because Goldlewis is not a character you want to bet on. All right, like, too volatile. I'm not trying to take that chance.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
Are you saying you want to put 100,000 channel points on Goldlewis set?
No, not at all. No. It's too scary.
Laser gets caught. Oh, accidental cross-up situation.
Slash flipped off. That's a round.
Duel 2. Let's rock.
Let's get far slash.
Nice backdash. Dangers was coming into effect there for Kensei.
This is one of those matches where it's okay to take the negative penalty, honestly. If you are in control, especially at the low tension point that you're at, take that as opposed to putting yourself in a worse position by forcing yourself to approach.
Yeah, but without a round to spare, do you want your burst getting taken all the way to 0 as well? Oh my, what a 2P. Time Slayer's gonna take the game.
One to two.
Oh, Lolo coming in to cheer for Lasagna.
There's far slash immediate burst though. And yeah, that's way too close. He tried to keep as low as he could with the JD to stop the approach from Goldlewis. Still got caught by the drone. Kensei
is off to a roaring start. Sonic Slayer, though, able to take some things back.
In a big thrust, the heavy day empowering Kensei right now. Ooh. Good backdash. One more touch is all we need. The classic Kai run up throw.
Nothing beats good old run up throw.
It's finally sticking in the burst. Great answer. Skyfish will shut down that projectile coming from Kensei. Brilliant call out there. I get low enough, I'll vapor thrust because you're trying to keep me in the sky or crush me with that Behemoth Typhoon. If there's that height that we were looking for, the JD to get over that drone. Nice! 5P and actually gets the turnaround here to get the dire clap corner.
Throw once again. Kensei might have an opportunity to kill here with a good counter hit. And that is it. That's going to be a game 10 grands on the way.
Final game of the night. There's no more to be played after this. Between Goldlewis and Akai Kiske.
Lolo, this everyone gets 2 is more like everyone gets 5. But someone must get 6.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
The patient round start here. Honestly, just a retreat from Kensei. 6P, goodness. A little bit too late to try to react to the Thunderbolt, though. That's going to be around.
Sonic Slayer coming out swinging, really saying it don't mean a thing if it ain't got that swing.
GH. This Persona sound and song.
Oh my! The 6P into the low behemoth?
Oh no. Oh no. Fortunate YRC. Oh no. Jump. Nice. Hit JS.
Yep.
Hey, I'll
First
take the mid
and
screen.
10
That's fine.
Yep. Back off. Gets around the Thunderbird. Not dead yet.
Quite the play with the side swap, JK. That was looking stylish.
And the vapor thrust. We're going to final game, final round.
Player fighting tooth and nail. Kensei in a small lead here on resources, but we do get the 5P anti-air. Boudre for Shattered. Nice positive bonus. Return the favor and even the tide here on burst gauge.
A little bit of clash there with the
Nice.
Thunderbird. Not enough to kill it though.
That slide under the DMs, utilizing your resources to earn this corner. Start with the approach here with aerial stun edge. Something we've not seen quite often here throughout this set. You may as well take it. It's going to give you those shock states for every time you do the jump back. Aerial stun edge.
Well, Salt in, not getting the cross of JH this time. Kensei ready with the block. Sacred Edge. Gonna elite Thunderbird.
No. Positive bonus right back. A little bit of breathing room again. Oh, no. No, the lingering hurt box from JD.
Getting a little bit scrambly.
Oh, no.
Yeah, first. Equal life points for both players. And the Fooder Arc Red RC will do it.
Oh, my goodness.